reason why this podcast sucks and we have no fans is because Rick and damn Duper talk way too goddamn much.
All my buddies got relocated. I don't know what it says, but here we are. Here it is. Take warning. Presented to you today by Dupe, Rick, Greg, and Josh. How's everybody doing?
Fantastic.
Who are we not sponsored by?
Fish goggles. Are you ever worried about your fish having too much chlorine in their waters? Protect their sweet little eyes with fish goggles.
Okay.
I would like to see that because, you know, different fishes have their eyes in different places. So do they got like, you know, depending on like on the sides,
Flounders,
the front, flat.
I don't know why you would install our sponsor like this. Obviously, they would have multiple fits and sizes.
You know what? Well, fuck this sponsor. How about that? They're not great value. I just want to point that out. Still waiting. Shout out, great value.
Wow.
Hey,
Greg,
let's talk about these weekly recaps. Let's do it with the most important boy, the big boy.
Happy birthday.
Greg.
I don't know what that was, but thanks. Yeah, dude, I'm fucking 40 years old right now for another like 5 hours or something like that. So it is crazy that this fat fuck has made it this long. I didn't think I'd make it past like 16, and then I didn't think I'd make it past 25, and now here I am at 40. So I guess it all goes downhill from here, but thanks for everybody who gave me the love. Rick, Rachel even texted me, dude. I was like, wow, this is random.
Yeah.
Cool. You know?
Happy birthday.
I'll be using that the whole show because it's
I
so
love
fucking
it.
stupid.
I love it.
How's your week, Josh?
It's good, man.
What'd you
Worked. Went fishing.
All right.
You went fishing.
I went fishing.
Aren't you in California?
Uh-huh.
Isn't there like a non-essential travel ban?
It wasn't set yet.
It wasn't set. So let me understand. Would that be considered essential though? Because you're actually going out to catch fish, right? And eating, I would say, is the most essential service on the planet. So would that be essential to go catch your own fish?
Sure. I hope so.
I
Would you
like
say
that you
that
put a lot of
eating-
thought into it.
You can go weeks without eating, but you can only go a few, hours without water. So wouldn't that be the most essential then? You just said eating's the most essential.
Well, I was in water, so does that count?
Salt water?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well,
So basically, you're saying you were a seaman.
Yeah.
God, did you hear Greg with the jokes out of nowhere? Look at him.
Wow.
I'll let you have that one, Greg. It's your
Wow.
birthday.
We're off to a strong start today, guys.
Good job, Greg. You're doing really good today.
Happy birthday.
Son of a bitch.
I love this sound effect. Duper.
Yeah.
What'd you do this week, buddy?
Got my head.
we went and saw Christmas lights with my daughter. It's very special at this time. When they're little, it's a lot of fun. They actually get really enthusiastic about the lights and the different shows that go on with the synchronization. So that's
So
all
does
we
Greg.
did. Nothing too exciting.
I like Christmas lights. Did you go to the Speedway? Is that what it was? The glittering lights?
We did go. We bought the season pass for that, and we went right before Thanksgiving, and that was cool. But there's actually a lot of houses here in town that are way, way better than the Speedway.
Wow.
Are we talking about the Las Vegas Speedway?
Yeah, and the Las Vegas Speedway, they do this big thing where you go and you pay, I don't know, $35 for the car to go through it, and it's a whole bunch of metal, sculpture type things with
remember
lights
that,
on it,
yeah.
and it's not great. I mean, it's cool, it's nice, and my daughter liked it because I let her drive through it, so that was cool. Because you can not be in a seatbelt because you're all going 2 miles an hour. But then there's a lot of houses here in town where everything's like synchronized to music, and those are really cool, and those are the ones that really capture my daughter's attention.
Nice.
Yeah, and you only live like 5 minutes from the Speedway too. Unlike me, it'd take me like 90 minutes to get out there. So
Not
Didn't
true,
they
because
Huh?
I don't live near the Speedway. I live near the mountain, so it's actually just as far for me as it is for you.
I thought the Speedway and the mountain are near Reno, though.
yes,
No,
they both are.
Speedway
They
is on the
both
way to
merge.
Utah. It's on the way to Utah. I'm on the way to Reno.
So okay, so you're on the way to Reno.
Yeah. Greg doesn't ever leave the ghetto, so he doesn't know.
In the
Once a year
ghetto.
to go see the lights at the Speedway.
The child's born in the ghetto.
Not a little mouth to feed in the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
Rick, how was your week, dude?
Good week,
in the
dude.
ghetto.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been lagging. I need to get that fucking bidet up.
God
I
damn,
need to
that's been like a
know.
month.
It's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks.
It's just like a little spurt in the asshole, man. Like you
I
can't
know,
fucking
man.
put that up.
Here's the deal. It got kind of cold here, and I was a little nervous about putting it in the one day that I had time to do it. And I was like, dude, that's gonna be like really cold water. It's cold. So I didn't do it, and then I haven't had time, and I'm like, fuck, I should have done it. So that's that recap. I went into a Walmart for the first time in a long time in the last
I
week.
hopefully that was to buy the bidet.
No, this was actually I joined the club with Greg and got an Xbox Series X.
Happy birthday.
My wife found it, actually. She was the one that hunted it down and sent me in. She's like, you must have this for Christmas. I was like, I love you so much. This is like the coolest thing. Great Christmas present. But I had to go buy it. But I went into a Walmart where the population of the town's like 2,000. So that means when you walk into Walmart, there's like 5 people. It was weird, dude. It's like a ghost town. That's not what I remember from fucking Walmarts. So, yeah, it was interesting. But I got an Xbox.
So you're trying to talk down the fact that you went out there in an essential order to go buy an Xbox by saying that you went to a town of 20 people.
Think of it like essential because I'm going to be stuck at home, right? So now I'm staying at home and I have a good system that will keep me at home. And you obviously I'm using it based on the amount of texts that I've been sending.
That is true. You have totally disappeared and ghosted everybody.
Well, that's what I wanted to read. So, yesterday, the text messages, I asked Rick, how's his Xbox? And Duper's like, he's like, how's the Xbox? Rick's text messages have dropped 900%. Obviously, he's moved on from us. And then he sent like a reenactment of like our text messages. And then where basically Rick would go from making nonsensical responses that go on forever, blah, 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 blah. And then now that he has the Xbox, Rick just texts, I agree.
Rick's taking over my role.
I know, seriously, I should have probably just turned the Xbox on and done a whole Josh through the show this week. Yep.
You guys were you guys were very quick to jump the ship from the PlayStation 5, huh?
There's a reason. I did a lot of research on this, right, going into it, and I honestly wasn't going to get a system until like February. But after the launch, there were so many problems with the PlayStation and some of the hardware they put in there. Yeah. Like there were issues that kind of bugged me, and I still want one, but you can't get a digital edition. They barely made any. You have to buy the one with the disc, which has problems. And like the fucking Xbox was flawless. That was the big thing. Like it's still flawless. Like the system was rock solid. And you could kind of tell like Sony rushed to make sure that they can match what Microsoft was doing this year. Where if they would have given it another 6 months of development, I bet you anything it would be a way better system. I'm still getting it, but not until I can get a fucking digital, and I don't know when that'll be.
The PlayStation 5 is actually dominating the market right now. On eBay, the resale value on the PlayStation 5, regardless if it's digital or disc edition, they're both going for about $10.50. The Xbox Series X is going for about $8.30, and then the Series X is like nothing. You can buy. I think people were losing money on the Series S because it's such a terrible system.
The lower version.
Yeah, well, it's realistically going for about $600, $550 to $600. But no, even at that price, I won't buy it.
What's crazy, I would not buy anything other than the Series X if I was going for the Xbox. There's no reason to get the lower version of it. The thing's, like I said, it's pretty badass, dude. It holds up, holds its own. It's funny you were talking about the eBay stuff. eBay is telling scammers to stop selling photos of the PlayStation 5 for like hundreds of dollars. They've been scamming everybody, or they'd put a box and print on the box pictures of the PlayStation 5, and they'd sell it for like $600-700. Just over what I paid for it. It's fucking crazy. Somebody actually sold one for like $2,000, and it was just a picture because of the way they worded it. It's pretty entertaining. I'm looking at it right now. There was one for $2,000, and it just says photo of PlayStation 5, and somebody was bidding on it.
Yeah, I bought that. I bought
for $2,000. You bought the photo? I like that it had a banana in it.
I'm very proud of my photo, so I'm gonna
Did
put
you
it
get
up
it
on the
autographed at least?
No, why would I want somebody to Sharpie my fucking $2,000 photo? You're fucking
Or
maniac.
did they like,
dude. No, I
or
wouldn't.
they like lipstick kiss marks on it?
No, is that Michael? Is this getting framed?
Yeah, it's
I'm
pretty
waiting.
funny. Oh man, there was actually another one where it says image only, right? PS5 console on eBay, $6,000. I had 20 bids.
You got to be a
Terrible,
fucking
man.
moron.
Yeah,
I'm
and I mean,
sorry.
I
On this shit.
understand.
But even with that,
PlayStation-
no, you know what this is? This is parents bidding for their kids' Xboxes and PlayStations, and you're really taking care of. You're taking advantage of a sad market here, and it's discouraging that we would do this to one another. It's
Oh,
terrible.
yeah, that's
just
bullshit,
as bad as the
but-
bots, dude. It's just as bad as the bot, and the bots were the big issue with both the console sales, right? It's
Well, these
just
are-
it's fucked up.
These are the bots
dude,
selling them now.
I mean, we're always going to have the bot problem. That's just, it is what it is. But every time we have a new generation of console launches, this happens. There's
Yeah.
always stories of people. Like, I remember when Xbox first came out and they were like, box of Xbox. And
Mhm.
people were buying it. And then in the
Yeah.
mail, they would just get an empty box.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's fucked up, dude. Fucking quit scamming people, man. They're all just trying to do the same thing you are. Quit being a piece of shit. That's what I would say to that.
I feel like if you sell somebody an Xbox in this fashion or a box of a PlayStation, you should have full authority to fly to his house and whoop his ass. Like it should just be in the contract of, all right, you're going to get an ass whooping.
Yeah.
You
So,
really should.
all right. Flip side of this, another funny story since we're talking PlayStation. So this dude gets a PlayStation, right?
Can't even get it out.
It's so fucking ridiculous. So a man in Taiwan gets his hands on a brand new PlayStation. Well, his wife did not want him to buy that PlayStation, right? Don't spend the money, don't have it. He told his wife it was an air purifier for their house or whatever, their little apartment. It's Taiwan. I'm sure it's just a little karaoke bar or something. Either way, he's got his little air purifier. She figures out that it's a PS5, turns around and sells it behind his back as a big fuck you. It was ridiculous. Oh, and by the way, she sold it cheaper than retail. Just,
Why would she
just
do
to be a
that?
dick.
Well, somebody scored.
Somebody scored.
So the wife is an idiot.
Well, that's just terrible.
dude, I thought the air purifier excuse was actually a pretty good one.
It
Well,
looks like it could be one.
if you guys look it up, there are actual pictures of the air purifier that he was relating it to because it kind of looks exactly like an air purifier that they have in Taiwan. It's kind of funny.
That's pretty ingenious. Yeah, it sucks for him, man. I mean, what would you do, Rick, if your wife did that to you?
If my wife did that to me, I'm fucking honest to my wife, so I wouldn't have to worry about her doing that shit to me.
But what if she sold, okay, so like say your Xbox, right? What if she sold it for like $40 behind your
dude.
back? What would you do?
Oh my god, I don't even know. I would lose my shit. I literally would lose my shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Or
Like,
she
it's
sold
one
the
thing
wrong.
that you sell it, but you better sell it at a profit. Like,
She sells the
yeah,
wrong
you
set
at
of
least
golf
make
clubs.
$50.
She sells the wrong set of golf clubs.
Oh my god.
Mm, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. That would be a good time. not your fucking starter set over there for $150. There's your $1,500 set. Go for it. Mm-hmm. Tell me some news, dude.
Well, in New Orleans, there was 250 people that flew out there, I believe last week, for a swingers convention called Naughty in New Orleans. Greg, about half of
Hold
those
on,
people.
time out. Say it again. 'Cause I didn't
Naughty in New
Naughty.
Orleans.
Not
In
in
New
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
You're trying to get the R in there. It should just be Nolans, right?
New Orleans.
Yeah, because that's what threw it off for me. Sorry, go ahead.
Duper, I like when you talk dirty to me. Keep it up.
Nolans. Nolans. I ain't got it. I ain't from that part of the country, so sorry. It's like one of those ones where it's like Louisville. I don't know how. I don't know how to say it either. Louisville.
Louisville.
No, I don't know how to do it either. You know what I do know how to say?
Louisville.
Potty.
So about half of the people that went out there have been tested and they have it. There's been at least one person who is in the ICU because of COVID from this get together. And I think it was 41 or 45 people who have been hospitalized as well. Greg, how was it?
Dude, it was pretty good, but I didn't get it, so now I'm asking for a full refund. That is at or above the retail price of a PS5.
Greg, when you
So-
say you didn't get it, are you talking about the dick or are you talking about COVID?
I mean both. Yeah.
So, like, it was a
Dude.
swinger thing, so I'm not sure if you were going like, I didn't get any dick, or I didn't get the COVID again.
I was
Well,
thinking
actually,
he
if
didn't
you've
get any more
ever-
herpes.
If you actually been to Nolans, it's pretty dirty, dude. So I mean, COVID is probably the healthiest thing you could catch in New Orleans.
I don't think it survives in New Orleans, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh, would you prefer to get herpes or COVID at this swingers party?
It's a tough choice, dude. Do I want to be ass up on a ventilator, or do I want just herpes for the rest of my life?
Well, would
I'm
your
gonna-
ass be up?
I don't know. I guess he was already in that position at the convention, so he just felt like he would stay in that position in the hospital.
What if you got the herpes in your ass and then that's how you had to sleep, his ass up for the rest of your life?
I think I'd take the COVID.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's temporary.
Yeah, I'd get rid of it in a
Rick,
couple
you would
weeks.
take the COVID.
I
He's
mean,
had it,
you
remember? He sniffed.
have a high. No, I didn't have it. I had you have a higher probability, right, of not having to deal with it for the rest of your life because it might be short. So go for it. Fuck it, COVID.
Rick, you've locked down your entire life around COVID and the fear of COVID, and
It's
yet
not a
you would
fear of
prefer
COVID.
to get.
It's fucking consciousness. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
There's a difference
Yeah,
there.
but oh man, Rachel, shut your ears. But this man was fucking everything back in the day. He didn't care. He would just put his on the side of the road. There was no consciousness back then. What the fuck, you son-
Yes,
I had
what's a
kids.
condom?
No, really, what is a condom? I still don't know.
The motherfucker was using notebook paper as a condom. Like he was just a disgusting man.
Just get some Windex spray down there. It'll be all right.
This is. I don't
Those were the
understand this. I don't understand the past 6 months of your fear on this podcast around
Not
COVID.
fucking
Wear
fear.
a goddamn mask. Wear a goddamn mask. Not one fucking time has this son of a bitch said, wear a condom.
Look at what you're teaching Duper's boy.
Not one time. Not one time have you talked about
Should I be
safe sex, but
preaching
then now
condoms
we
as
got
much
this
as
and you're jumping ship.
Hey, man. If everybody's dicks were falling off because you weren't wearing condoms in the last like 10 months, I'd probably be more conscious about my dick falling off, saying wear a condom.
Herpes didn't go away. Crabs did not go away. All these things are still relevant, even though COVID exists.
I'm in a committed relationship of 16 years. I don't have to worry about it anymore.
Gonorrhea.
Okay.
First couple of years, Rachel probably should have been a little nervous, but we're good now. You gotta wait for everything to wear off. You know what I mean?
So we have to have her start listening at the 17-minute mark now.
there was some stank on it back in the day. I had to make sure that it would disinfected and such. So that
Wait. So did you drink Lysol for that or what?
just spray it with Windex. I just said that.
Mm.
That's it.
All right. Well, I'm all right. From now on, I expect you at the end of the shows to tell people to wear a condom.
Okay, I'll bring it up. That's it. Just this is late breaking news, by the way. We're bringing this up just because in the last.
You know what I
few
love about that last segment is like Josh actually enjoyed it. You can see him that he enjoyed it, but because his
forehead
camera sucks so fucking bad, all you see is his forehead laughing. Like because you can see like the laughter because he's moving his head back and forth, but you can't see the rest of his face. Like it's so fucking weird. I don't understand. I'm sorry, Rick.
His forehead has laugh lines. It's just
It does.
Dude, I cannot wait
Man.
for when we go on Twitch and fucking people can actually see us. Oh god.
Oh, we're
I
gonna
feel
break a
bad.
few fucking cameras.
So here's the late breaking news. Mario Lopez is starring in a KFC Lifetime.
Wait. Okay. Josh just popped up and now he's in the camera. What the fuck? Was he laying down before? Like he didn't move the camera. It's like he was like wearing Vaseline from the New Orleans Swingers Convention and he was sliding down in
that
a
shit does
charity.
not come off.
Nolans.
That shit
Nolans.
doesn't come off.
Time out.
Duper.
Duper.
Yeah.
Nolans.
Nolans.
Thank you. Get rid of the R. Nolans. It's so hard for you to not say New Orleans. So like I can see it. I get it.
All right.
Nolans.
Sorry, Rick.
Who
Okay.
dat?
So anyway, Josh's head popped up because I said Mario Lopez. So
I love it.
He's excited right now. Look at him. He's like a little groundhog. Just
He
pops
is
up
like
out of
a
nowhere.
little ugly groundhog.
Little prairie dog or something. Anyway,
the prairie dog's
Shut the
cute.
fuck up.
Mario Lopez is going to play Colonel Sanders in a KFC Lifetime original film. It's titled A Recipe for Seduction. Why?
Yeah,
I'm
what?
stoked.
Okay, Josh, lead us off on this. This is like, okay, no bullshit. In the past fucking however long we've been doing this podcast, the practice podcast, all the shit that we've done, we've sent out so many articles and news articles to read about this show and then show prep. This is the first time I've ever seen any excitement from Josh about anything that we're going to talk about. So, Josh, please share with us.
It's a movie about fried chicken, dude. What else can there be?
So it's not Mario Lopez, it's the fried chicken. Now, you're speaking my fucking language,
Yeah,
dude.
That guy here. I don't give a fuck about Mario Lopez. There's fried chicken in it. I want that damn recipe.
So are we calling this the official first Take Warning podcast movie recommendation?
When's it come out?
No, dude, it's not. Because, dude, we've talked about movies so many different times. I still recommend Duper go out and watch Saving Private Ryan, but that will probably never happen. Duper will probably watch this shitty ass fucking Mario Lopez KFC movie.
Probably true.
Before he watches Saving Private Ryan.
I do love shitty movies.
This is going to be. I don't even know. I mean, like, first of all, why would you do it? It totally makes sense that it's Lifetime, like of all places, and then having Mario Lopez in it. I gotta see this shit. I'm gonna.
So
watch
Rick,
it.
what version of Mario Lopez is your favorite? Do you like Saved by the Bell? Do you like Nip Tuck Naked Mario Lopez or the Colonel?
I totally forgot he was in Nip Tuck.
I did too.
I honestly don't like Mario Lopez. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that's
I never watched Saved by the Bell, so I don't really care about that. Shit.
Yeah, you did. Shut the fuck up.
I didn't. I swear to God.
No.
I didn't watch that show.
So this movie is sponsored and made by KFC. So my fear with it is, when do we get like the Ronald McDonald Rambo movie?
Oh, dude, that would be amazing.
I said my fear, and you guys got excited. You guys got your little peckers up. So
what if they did because I'm just going with the theme of this year, right? But they had like a pandemic movie, but it was just Taco Bell and everybody ate it. So it's just everybody with diarrhea across the country at the same time. Taco Bell movie.
Yeah.
I just want for the McDonald's movie, I just want them to say, "Send in the Grimace." Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my God, like the Avengers?
Yeah.
We have an army. Grimace.
Nugget grenades.
Burger King is Thanos. Yeah, I like that.
They could have a spin-off where it's like Ocean's 11, but it's Hamburglar.
Dude, that'd be awesome. And then he gets like Jack in the Box with the team, and then he gets the Burger King on the team. That'd be fun.
We got to call Jack.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right, somebody get a hold of Lifetime. We've got an idea.
They won't answer any of our phone calls because we're men. You know this.
That is true.
Right now, I'm looking at 8 tits. So maybe we'll get a call. Well, they'll answer for us. That's a lot of moves.
There's a lot of moves. And speaking of moves, hey Foof, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Foofy.
What's up?
Foofy.
We love
Foofy.
you.
Foof is our buddy, and he said he was mad because we give Preston and Preston Ryan. We're just going to call him the same person. Preston Ryan, too much credit. And Arthur, we talk about Arthur too much, so we had to make sure we gave Foofy some credit and some love out there. However, I was going to make a song about Foofy, and Rick, did you ever text me that information back?
No, I did not. I never sent you shit.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Bad
timing with the Xbox coming out, huh?
Yeah, Xbox came out. Sorry.
Xbox.
Yeah, really helps.
But, Foofy, we love you. A little Foofy time.
Yeah. Well,
dude, so who would, if we were to make a movie about Foof's life, who would play Foof?
It's got to be somebody from El Salvador.
Tom Cruise.
Mario Lopez.
No.
Tom Cruise.
Are you fucking crazy, dude? It'd be Rosie Perez.
Well, she's got that fiery attitude. I can see that. I can see her pulling off that role for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Even it'd be great. It'd be great.
Send in the Grimace.
So China is doing human testing to create biologically enhanced super soldiers.
Fucking Grimace, dude. So
shit.
are they testing this on Mongolians?
God damn
So-
Mongolians.
Goddamn
Does this mean
Mongolians?
that biologically enhanced super soldier is going to have like a 4-inch penis since he's Chinese? Did he get larger?
Damn, Rick.
Just kidding. Will they be
Dude,
5'1" now?
it's been so fucking long since I had to do this, but I'm going to my safe space.
We did it! Yes! Woo!
Cooper
just
is
trying to
crying
get-
on film right now.
They've spent thousands of years trying to beat those goddamn Mongolians,
And a shitty wall.
and they finally figured out they can build super soldiers. Good job. Get those goddamn Mongolians. I'm trying to keep him in there for a minute and a
Do you
half.
think
right now.
Duper will come back? I think you scared him
Hey.
this time.
So,
Josh,
like,
what do you think?
how-
What do you think a McDonald's like Fast and the Furious would be like, or could it be like Wendy's or Sonic Drive-In?
I think that the McDonald's one would be really tough because McDonald's feet are so big. He wouldn't be able to touch.
No,
The-
Jack in
the-
the Box. Are you trying to fit his head in the car?
I live my
Mm.
life a
You have
quarter
to have
pounder
a
at a time.
convertible or sunroof.
He would have to have a convertible, but seeing his head like bobble back and forth because of the wind would be fantastic.
Fucking hits the nitrous and his hat goes flying off.
All right, cool. All right, Josh, you signing up for this super soldier serum?
It's probably just make me fatter, dude.
He's just at that point where you have no luck.
opposite. Like, oh, you just gained 40 pounds overnight. Like, oh, cool, thanks, buddy.
Cool.
What if this is their way to get it back at Americans, right? And they're going to be like, oh, yeah, give all the Americans the serum. It's a super soldier serum, and it just gives us diabetes instantly. Like, that's it. Here's diabetes.
Fuck it, why not?
I mean, they got 40% of the country anyways. They're just trying to get the last 60% of us.
Yeah, I feel like little Debbie's already on top of that one. So a husband in Italy got mad at his wife and went for a 280-mile walk to calm down after an argument with his wife. He then got fined for breaching coronavirus lockdown regulations. 280 miles. Josh, tell me about the last time you walked 280 miles
Dude,
to get away from your wife.
I can't even walk 280 feet, let alone 280 fucking miles. I would be out of breath
I
and,
would
I would
walk
need
280 miles and I would walk 200 more.
Just to get away from my wife. Like, holy shit, this dude took this shit serious.
I wanna
Huh?
point out, first of all, you guys, neither one of you guys have like any harmonics to your singing.
No,
I do.
none,
Great,
zero.
I do. I have a music degree.
It's his birthday. He can do that.
Sounded
It
like-
is his birthday.
It was like pure
Cowbell.
Tourette's. That was awesome.
Oh, me, like I fully acknowledge that I cannot sing a little bit, even so.
You can do DMX.
I can. I'm just gonna give it
Ah!
to you. And I can also mumble rap.
I was gonna say, give him some mumble
Oh,
rap.
God damn it. There it is
Yeah.
again. Mm.
Oh,
Hey,
Rick
so
bobbing
Duper-
his head to the mumble rap.
So Duper, how long would it take you to drive 280 miles? Would it take you like 8 hours or 6
All right.
hours?
I'll
or-
challenge you to a cannonball run. Where do you want to go?
Oh,
Mhm.
Oh my God.
Let's go. Get the Nissan out.
Cali to Roseman. Wait, Vegas to Roseman.
But we need to do it
What'd you say?
hungover.
I said Cali to Roseman.
Mm,
Here we go. Going Vegas to Nevada.
Yeah.
Can we do a
Geography is
cannonball
our
run
strong
for a
suit here.
podcast? All right, listeners that are still paying attention to us 28 minutes in, give me some feedback. Let's plan a cannonball run for the summer. 6 states.
Are you
6
serious? Rick?
states. Yeah,
Or wait,
fuck
wait.
it.
So
We got to
this is gonna
record
be fun.
each other's fucking cars though. Like,
This
You know
is
what I
gonna be
mean?
awesome. And so, are you gonna bring a lot of duct tape to make sure your car doesn't fall apart completely?
He's
Yeah.
already got it on the car. He's good.
I'm gonna have so much extra radiator fluid as it flies out from the overheating. It's gonna be great.
And when are you saying we're gonna do this?
Let's do it in the summer.
This summer. So when the vaccine comes out, we're gonna just go on a cannonball run.
All right,
Dude,
Nevada,
I'm down.
Nevada to
I'm fucking
Tennessee.
down. To
I hope
Tennessee.
I hope we break down at a bar so that way I could experience what it's like to have your car broken down
Well,
at a bar.
we better call two for
I've never had that feeling.
We've got friends with shitty cars, not just me.
No,
Where
you're
are
the
we
only one.
going? Where are we going?
Okay, what if we up the stakes here and we say we all have to spend $1,500 and buy the car for the cannonball run for
Oh, dude, I
$1,500?
would so do that.
I am,
So, like-
I am excited for this.
I'm going to
Actually,
start
We-
looking tonight.
Think about this. You have a $1,500 limit. Get the car that's going to get you on your cannonball run from Vegas to Tennessee and back.
Why Tennessee? Are we going to go see Third Man Record?
Third Man
Records?
Whiskey. That's a good call. Good cigars.
So we can go to the Jack Daniels plant.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I like how this just turned into a conversation for us on our podcast, but this is a great idea. If anybody likes this idea, fucking give us the shout out, because I swear to God, we will start planning it right now. I will save the $1,500 up. You've got to buy the car.
Should we do teams so then we can stay awake and we can drive all the way through? That might be even equally as fun.
California versus Nevada?
If you're on Duper's team, he would not drive at all then. We would never make it.
Fucking bullshit. Like, when was the last time we ever drove to California? You drove. Shut the fuck up.
I've volunteered a multitude of times, and you've declined each and every single time.
That's because you're a terrible driver.
We've been on some car adventures, so I'm on your team.
Yeah. Dude, I'm all in, dude. And you know what? Without these two motherfuckers over there, they can't turn a wrench. So we would hands down. I don't think that they make it out of Arizona.
Oh, I am totally down to
what? Josh doesn't do manual labor. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm gonna find a
He's got really good AAA. That's all it is.
Dude, I'm in. I'm 100% in, because we're gonna destroy these guys.
You would probably beat me and Rick. You'd probably beat me and Rick, because Rick can't drive over like 35.
Maybe I'm navigating, dude. I'm navigating.
You're navigating.
Greg knows navigation with Rick.
Yeah. Right into a curb.
That curb was a doozy.
Oh, Duper, we got this.
Oh, fuck yeah. We're going to plan this shit. And seriously, Greg, start finding it, because I'd rather buy a Nevada car so I don't have to deal with all that emissions shit that I got to deal with in California. Let's just fucking go. $1,500.
Who else is in? We need listeners. We need more teams.
Dude, oh my God, how much fun would that be if we had like a whole fucking, like 30 fucking just beater ass piece of shit cars flying down the fucking highway?
Josh, this could be our 40th birthday thing.
I'm on Craigslist already, dude.
Oh my God.
Fuck, why is it not that? Yes.
This is the 40th birthday for all of us this year.
Dude, yeah, Greg, you can't go, but we'll see you. No, you can definitely go. This sounds
I'll be a cheerleader. I'll be Grimace.
I'm on Greg's team. It's a done deal. I can't believe. Why didn't we think of that right off the bat, Greg? Think of all the stupid shit we've done. This is amazing.
That's true.
Just don't let Rick navigate. You'll be okay.
So where's the starting point? Roseman?
No, we'll do Vegas.
Nevada. Vegas.
Yeah, it's more glamorous. Better for the pictures.
Okay.
We'll stop and we'll take pictures in front of some of the hotels.
We're starting from Greg's house, because I don't want to have to drive the extra hour to Duper's house.
Well, it takes a long. I mean, it's going to be tough because you got to weave out of all the homeless people, so it takes a long time to get.
Dude, we're right there, man. We're right there. And since we only have a car that costs $1,500, it's a very wise decision to start at my house than Duper's house, because Duper's car won't even make it to my house.
Here's the thing, though. Once we buy this car, you can't buy new tires. You can't buy new anything.
No, I say
it is as you buy it.
No,
what
absolutely.
were you going to say, Josh?
No, we need like $100 just fluids, just to start off with good fluids, because it's a $1,500 car.
Josh doesn't care about the car, but he wants to make sure it has good fluids. Like, what the fuck is that shit?
And this is the reason why we're going to win. Yes, an oil change is important. That's a really good idea.
And
you're going to buy that Ford Taurus, or was that a Crown Vic?
It's Crown Vic.
Crown Vic.
Duper, by the time, Duper,
how much do we got to put fake lights on that shit and then pour their ass over at some point during the race?
It's got a cold air intake, new tires, brakes. Let's do it, dude.
Dude, how much is it?
$1,400.
Dude, it's perfect. It's beauty. And what we also need to remember is that we're going to have to save a lot of money for flights back, because I don't know if the car's
Fuck it, we'll take the Greyhound.
Because you got to remember, we're going to have to buy these flights last minute on the way home.
Rick,
Duper.
You might have better insurance than me, Rick, so that's going to come in handy with AAA.
That's a 2006 Chrysler Sebring convertible. Dude, we can pop the top.
Yep.
Okay, so if you're going, I'm legit looking for a LeBaron right now. That's what I'm Googling. This is going to be insane. So if we all got convertibles, like shitty old convertibles.
I don't care if it's convertible or not. I'm
40th birthday ever.
All right, done. 40th birthday next year.
So we've gone way off track, and we spent 10 minutes doing it, which was awesome. The dude walked 280 miles. Good for him. I hope he had good shoes.
I hope he did too. So we're going to the Jack Daniels plant, huh, in Tennessee.
Yeah, dude.
Okay. All right.
I'm
I'm just
totally
curious
in,
if
dude.
there's anything else that matters anymore on this podcast.
Dude,
Oh my
you
god.
you go buy that fucking car. I will send you $750 for half of it.
Dude, not just that. Not only do we need to buy this car, but we also need to put some monoliths on the back, and we'll just put them on the way. Like, just
Okay, so
we.
here's the thing: you cannot buy the car until 2 or 3 weeks before the Cannonball Run.
Why?
To limit any kind of modifications, it's got to be as is.
What you think we're gonna fucking A team and like we got well shit on the back.
Yeah, you fucking put a nitrous kit in there, all this crazy shit.
You know what I do, Josh? No bullshit. What a fucking nitrous kit. What I want to do is I want to have like an oil slick, like just
on the back.
Shoot oil behind them.
We're gonna get the cloud bombs for the backside, so it just sprays out cloudy exhaust, so they can't see where they're going.
So you're just take your car then, Rick.
I'm gonna call AAA from the road, right?
His car.
At nighttime, I'm gonna call AAA from the road. They're gonna show up with one of those 18-wheelers that puts the ramp down while you're driving, like that old 8-bit game from Nintendo. What was it called, Spy Hunter or something like that, where you could drive it onto the truck, and then it would just go. We can go to sleep, and then it'll drop us off like 300 miles later. I got planned.
So, can we have a budget for repairs on the trip?
$150.
$150. What the fuck? What country do you live in? $150 is nothing.
Well, I mean, if you do the work yourself, maybe.
That's not even gas, dude.
So we can only fix it with duct tape, metal clothes hangers, and $100.
I like this. Yeah, we can work on this a bit, but I do like this. You're gonna have to MacGyver almost everything.
Oh my god!
What is that?
I don't know.
Pontiac.
Is that a Pontiac Grand Am? Because if that's a Pontiac Grand Am, I'm buying it today.
I love how we're looking at this shit, and this is on a live recording, and nobody has any idea what we're looking at.
Well, if you've ever seen a Pontiac Grand Am, you know what a Pontiac Grand Am looks like.
Grand Prix.
Amazing. Those are pieces of shit. I drove back from Texas one time in a Grand Prix, and we fucking blew the head gaskets on that bitch because we were driving like 120 the whole way. It was fun for me because it wasn't my car. But the guy whose car it was not as much fun.
Greg?
Rick, yeah,
your face kind of looks like you're irritated with this conversation because it's dragging it out, and you just want to get to your birthday cake.
Happy birthday.
No, Rick, see, I'm smart, not like these dumb fucks who are like talking about their whole plan. I already got it all fucking figured out, Rick. I'll tell you about it later.
I'm sure. Yeah,
dude, it's gonna be
all in here, baby. All in here.
You can't buy a Tesla for 15. Oh my god, a limo. Hell yeah, dude.
I graduated from high school from Palmdale High, so I got this.
Oh my god!
Don't worry, Rick. We got him, dude. You said the Jack Daniels. Okay, got it.
So just outside of Los Angeles, out of Las Vegas here, there is a doctor who, over a course of a few decades, was impregnating women. Well, he was a fertility doctor. And so women all throughout the country and couples throughout the country were coming to this doctor because his success rate was so high. So he was doing this, I want to say in the 50s and the 60s. Don't fact check that because most of this podcast is bullshit. We make up most of the stories on the fly. But this guy, his rate was astonishing in getting these women pregnant. Well, come to find out, all he was doing was jerking off in a container, giving that to the women, and now he's got dozens and dozens and hundreds of kids all throughout the country.
Are those the fans who listen to this podcast? The dozens?
They're all inbreeds. Every fan. Foof, you're an inbreed?
Oh,
I'm sorry, buddy.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, I don't insult the fans. Oh, okay.
Foofy knows all of them, man. I don't insult the ones I don't know.
Not anymore. Yeah,
So
wow.
this isn't uncommon, right? Like this story's been around our whole lives, where there'd be a doctor that impregnated a bunch of women.
It's been around, all right. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, didn't they make it? They made like a TV show about this. Greg, you watch a lot of TV. Wasn't there a TV show about this like a year or two ago on Network?
No, there's actually an HBO special coming out about it. That's the reason why it's back in the news.
I was gonna say, are like all the kids become lawyers, and that's why we keep seeing all those Glenn Lerner lawyer commercials? Look it up for non-loss. Every city has their lawyer commercials. Glenn Runner's
RX
are.
Paris. How
we have
exciting is that? RX Paris.
Barnes. 888. That's who we have.
We have the heavy hitter. He's awesome.
That's what he calls himself.
That's he's.
And he
he's,
wants to be taken seriously as a lawyer.
No, I don't think any commercial lawyer wants to be taken seriously. Like honestly, like if you have commercials on TV, you already know you're a half-rate lawyer.
1-800
Rex
Like,
Barrett.
too.
Yeah, somehow Rex Paris became mayor of Lancaster doing
Yeah,
that.
that says a lot. There's also 2 children decapitated in that same city this past week. So, fuck you, Lancaster.
Wow,
Yeah.
decapitated, huh?
Yeah,
Wow.
dude.
Did you not hear about this?
By their
This
dad.
is terrible. There was a physical trainer out there in Lancaster, and he decapitated his 2 children's head.
Yeah, they so he was supposed to do a Zoom class with one of his students, and he missed the Zoom class, and she was worried, so she asked them to go do a wellness check, thinking that there might be a gas leak in the house or some shit like that. They went under that pretense. They walk in the house, they find a 12 and a 13-year-old child, a 12-year-old child and a 13-year-old child, fucking decapitated. This guy did it.
Yeah.
And they say that he was mentally stressed out from the situation of the world right now.
Did they ever
So he
catch
just
him?
Kids. Did they catch him, dude?
I don't-
Did you catch that?
Yeah, I think they did catch him. I think that they have him in custody.
What? He's a fucking
Sad,
piece of
man.
shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible. You know who's mayor that wouldn't have happened on?
Palmdale.
Palmdale's
Guys.
mayor wouldn't have let that happen.
Roseman.
Steve
Greatest.
Hopkins. There it is.
Greatest
Shout-
mayor in the country. Well, Mayor Josh would not
Yep.
let that shit
I
happen in
would
Roseman.
never
I'll
let
tell you
that
that
shit
shit.
happen.
I forgot.
It's Chief Josh.
No. Oh man, I missed that part.
Do what?
That Josh became mayor of Roseman.
Yeah, dude.
Did you guys hear about Tony Hsieh too? Like Tony Hsieh did a lot for this city here in Vegas. He was the CEO of Zappos for a long time,
Oh,
and
yeah, that
really
was
helped
sad,
rebuild
dude.
the entire downtown area here. The sad thing about him is that the past few years he's been going into this downward spiral, and then he's been addicted to drugs. And they're actually saying the reason why he died in a house fire. He was in a shed this past week, and he was locked inside the shed, and the shed caught fire. And then the firefighters got there 8 minutes later, got him out. But because of the injuries of the fire, he passed away shortly after. Well, not directly after, but after a couple of days later. The saying what it was that caused the fire was that he had an affinity for candles. And so he has all these candles lit around the shed, but then he was doing whippets, and the whippets and the nitrous from that whippet actually caused the fire to engulf him and kill him.
He's a young guy too, right?
Yeah, he was like 46, and he's a multi-billionaire. You know, he's got everything that you can possibly want. And I mean, even Jewel, the singer Jewel, she was out at an event with him, and she wrote him a letter and sent him a FedEx letter because he was on a digital cleanse, so he wouldn't take any cell phone calls or anything like that. And she was just talking about, dude, you're on a downward spiral. I know you can clean up if you continue down this path. I can't be friends with you. So it's a sad path.
Her letter was actually a pretty good one, dude. I mean, I was like, good for her, man. You know, it was a good heartfelt letter, I thought, to him. And it's sad, man. It's always sad when people who are at like that level do things like that, do reckless things because they're trying to either catch a high of, you know, whatever it may be, whether, you know, because they've already started a multi-billion-dollar corporation and done all these other things. So it's like, what's next? You're already on the top, right? So that's when some of them look to do other things like taking drugs and you know, things like that. So it's sad, man.
Yeah,
It's sad.
like a very smart person once said, "Who will save your soul if you won't save your own?"
He's like our Afro man out here. I don't know if you can, because he did a lot for our community.
Rick, good job, but let's not do the whole Alanis Morissette thing. But
Oh no,
with
I was
Joel.
just letting you
But
know.
no, we're good.
That was Jewel, by the way. That was Jewel that said that. Just
I
letting.
will save your soul.
Oh man,
I'm not doing a
Here
lamp.
we go.
See, I could sing, Rick. Fuck you.
the personal trainer was arrested. He was arrested.
Oh, that's good.
Let's move on to the next topic because this sucks.
Dude,
Yeah.
what other topics do we have on this show? I don't
let's
even know.
talk sports.
Oh Jesus.
Oh yeah. All right. So round up on the NBA. So this is where Greg and Josh can mute whenever they want to, or just do something else.
Good night.
Russell Westbrook got traded. He got traded to the Washington Bullets.
Washington football team?
Yeah, they're not the Bullets.
I know.
That name was too violent. They had to change the name
To the Wizards. The
to
Grand
the Wizards. And then promptly after that, Gilbert Arenas brings a gun to the arena. Like, I felt like that would have been more appropriate if they would have kept the Bullets name.
I know. So, anyways, he gets traded. They get what's his name? John Wall gets traded back over to Houston. I sound like I know what I'm talking about there for a second. I don't like this trade for Houston, even though I don't like Houston. I don't like this trade for Russ Westbrook. I mean, he's got Bradley Beal. They might be able to do something there. But what I got out of that is, goddamn, James Harden's going to be gone. And actually, I was just reading an article today that he's holding out. He hasn't even shown up to camp.
That's true. There's a lot of conflicting reports coming out about James Harden. There's some talks about he doesn't want to be on the team and that he's just waiting to be traded. But then there's also some reports that say he really likes playing with John Wall, and he was the one that pushed for this trade between Russ and John Wall. So I have
actually playing with John Wall over the break when they obviously Houston didn't go as far as the Lakers did or anything like that, and they were playing. They actually had them scrimmaging. I think that Harden's gone. The thing is, I don't think Harden thinks that he has control over going where he wants to go, and he really wants to go to Brooklyn. That's his big thing. And Brooklyn can't really give a good package back for Harden. I mean, you're talking about James Harden. He's a top 5 player, right? I would consider him a top 5 player. So
MVP.
if you're getting a top 5 player and you're going to send me back, like one guy that made the All-Star team one time plus like 3 young guys, that's not worth it to me. I can't think of very many places where there's like a big name that's out there that would take Harden. I don't think Golden State's even an option.
Golden State is in play.
Yeah, they're in play, but why?
Why not?
Because they don't have enough to give back again. Unless
they
you're going
to pick some Wiggins, and then they got that young center as well.
It's still not enough.
Houston's in full rebuild mode right now.
Philly though, Philly with Ben Simmons.
I think Houston's in a really weird situation. I brought this up a few weeks ago, and then you scuffed at me, and you said I don't know anything about sports. But then there's been more and more sports. There's been more and more reports coming out that it is because the owner was a out Trump supporter. I really think that this team's in a really dangerous position, and I think that he's going to be forced to sell the team because I don't think that they're going to be able to remain competitive in that city. So I think they're going to trade Harden for less than they're going to get back.
It's going to wind up being that way if they rush it, but they also have 2 years on his contract still, plus another year option. So,
yeah, but he's sitting out. He's not even showing up. He's not reporting anything. AD signed. Yeah,
AD did sign. That's what matters here for me. It's funny because LeBron signed, and it was like a pretty big contract for his age and all that kind of shit. And the question was that a good contract? And the first thing I said, my only response to that was, if that gets me AD for longer than 2 or 3 years, it's absolutely worth it. And when that actually, goddamn, that actually made it, the very next day, AD's like, here, I'm going to sign you for 5 years. So thank you. We got Anthony Davis, 5 years. Everything's exciting about that. Hopefully we can continue to build around him. I'm a little more excited about this year's Lakers team because it's a little bit more, it's less mercenary, if that makes sense, because they did a lot of trades and they actually got some proper free agent signings. There are people on multi-year contracts. It's not some bullshit. So
any chance that Bronny comes over and plays with him in 2 years? That's the big talk with LeBron. Yeah,
I thought it was 3 years. For him to play his last season.
The contract works out, so then he wouldn't be able to play his last season with Bronny.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? The Lakers fucking messed with Lonzo Ball, right?
Did the Lakers give season tickets to Bubble Boy? That's all I want to know.
He should have season tickets. He should have lifetime tickets, without a doubt, if he stays in the bubble. That's the only way I would allow him in the arena.
How would he get in and out of the stadium?
I think they need to give that motherfucker his own halftime show, too. Just
Greg,
dances.
You should call Rampus up and tell him.
How does he get in the arena? From the ceiling, they would bring him down like Owen Hart Hopefully they don't drop him.
Wow.
Why would you bring up Owen
Too
Hart? God
soon.
damn.
Is it too soon?
God.
20 years
Yeah.
later?
Come on,
25
dude.
years is too soon?
Wait, let me
Hey.
guess. You watched that episode of The Dark Side of the Ring, didn't you? The Owen Hart
Like weeks
episode.
ago. Yeah,
Oh,
but it
okay.
was good. It was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Mayweather Logan is going to happen. Or I'm sorry, we're
good.
yeah, we're good. Okay, good. Mayweather Logan. Josh, you paying for this pay? Oh, Greg, you paying for this pay-per-view?
Well, is it Wolverine Logan? Because that would be
it's
something I want to
Logan.
see.
It's
Is it
Paul
No,
Albert?
it's super cool Twitter influencer Logan Paul.
I have no idea who that is.
Nobody does.
He's the guy that just knocked out Nate Robinson. So this is one of those weird things. And Floyd Mayweather and Nate Robinson are friends, so they have a relationship outside of this. And it's almost like Big Brother is now going to come stick up for Nate Robinson because he got his ass beat, and then everybody gave him a really hard time about getting his ass beat, which is, I mean, it's respectable that he even got in the ring in the first place, right? So fuck everybody who's out there talking a bunch of shit about Nate Robinson. But now it's like Floyd Mayweather is going to come and I got to stick up for my boy. He's going to destroy Logan without a doubt. Would you pay to see this, Greg?
No.
No.
Not at all.
Rick?
Fuck no, I don't care about this.
No. Josh?
Yeah, I don't even watch fucking boxing.
No. Well, so you would never pay for a boxing match. This is my fear with this one is that this is where boxing is going, and it's a spectacle. It's not even. We've not had a legitimate fight since. I mean, Pacquiao Mayweather is that like an actual fight? And then even with that Pac was beyond his prime.
Yeah, he was well beyond his prime. There has not been a big fight. That's the problem.
No, dude, you had Triple G and what's his name?
Canelo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Canelo.
that was pretty good.
But that's not drawing Mayweather numbers.
And he he wore like 30,000 pounds of armor, and that's why he lost. Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you this much.
Yeah.
What boxing needs is a good, solid, like competitive, important heavyweight class. We don't have
need is marketing again, because they had great marketing around Oscar De La Hoya. They had great marketing around Manny. They had great marketing around Floyd Mayweather. Everybody watched every Floyd fight because we wanted to see him lose, because he knew if he was the bad guy, he made himself out to be the bad guy, and we all tuned in to watch. It was good marketing. Today, there's nobody being marketed as Canelo. That's it. But outside of that, there's no fighters. And so this could be the end of boxing, in my opinion. Where
it's not the end. Boxing's never going to go away. It's just never going to be important.
More the end of any significance, right? And this is where the UFC really takes over, because the UFC actually has real fights. They're not having these, which is kind of funny that world has turned, because the UFC started as a circus, right? You would have your guy with his boxing gloves on, and you have Royce Gracie and his little gi. But now you have exactly the opposite over in boxing, where you have an actual boxer going to fight a social media idiot. So it's disappointing.
I don't know. It is kind of disappointing. What sucks is they keep having to go back to the golden years, or what would be considered golden years, or they don't have that. That's what I keep coming back around to. They just don't have anybody. Maybe they don't have anybody marketable. Maybe that's the problem. I mean, I'm thinking of Joshua, but he's not. I mean, nobody knows who he is. Really,
it's weird.
It's just there's just nothing like that.
They don't have a Don King.
They don't have a Don King. They don't have that. They don't have that living in America, fucking crazy intros, all that cool shit, like where you were just brought in and it was a spectacle. They don't want to make it a spectacle anymore. I don't know what happened to that.
They don't even have a Dana White. Dana White's making the UFC something. I mean, Dana White stays in the public eye. He creates these spectacles around the sport. So,
and me personally, I 100% would much rather watch boxing than UFC. The only time I watch UFC is when somebody else has that shit on. I won't watch that bullshit. To me, it's just stupid.
UFC is amazing, man. It's fucking amazing.
Boxing is science.
UFC is... Wait, what? Wait, what did you just say?
Yeah.
You just said boxing is more science?
No, I said it's a true science. It's a sport. The sport, to me, is more complicated. It's not this
really.
I learned Jeet Kune Do for 6 months, and then I learned how to box, and then I can leg sweep. Woo-ka!
So shut the boxing is just fist, right? Whereas UFC is full fucking combat with fist, knees, whole body,
swords, nunchucks.
Yes, exactly. The fucking steel cage,
Grimace,
Fireworks, Grimace.
Nuggets.
Dude,
Hamburger.
MMA fighters are a lot more technical than stand-up boxers are.
Yeah, I have no
Unless,
idea.
unless you're talking Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather was so technical, but then that's also his big knock on him was that he was so technical. It's what made him so boring. Made people perceive his fights as boring because he was just so much smarter than most of the fighters. I would agree. The UFC is actually probably more complicated, man, and you have a much greater chance of getting knocked out the way that they have the lighter gloves, and then you have just so many other opportunities in order to make contact. And I think that's the reason why the rounds are so much shorter and so
and the
fewer
knockouts.
rounds.
The knockouts are way better in the UFC than they are fucking in boxing.
The thing that I don't
no interest.
the thing that I don't like about the UFC is how short the fights are, right? And so you're paying a lot of money to go see a fight, and then the fight is very short often. Even if it goes the whole length, I mean, it's not like a boxing round where it's going to go many, many rounds. I feel like you get more for your money from a boxing match, but I agree, pound for pound, excitement-wise, UFC is probably a little bit more exciting.
I don't know. Maybe it's the stigma around it. Maybe it's the people that do get into it.
Yeah.
Like normal people are like you guys into it. Great. I'd probably still be into it, or
You
would have been
wouldn't.
into it.
So if you've ever been,
Monster Energy drink, fucking famous stars and straps crowd that I have no interest in hanging out with the bro truck guys, and
you
that's
don't even know.
where they're all into it. Just not my scene, man.
I went over to watch a fight with Greg one weekend, and all it was rock stars. Like he would not stop down in the motherfuckers, and then he's just running around the house like a maniac, screaming, ripping his shirt off.
Excuse me, it's monsters, not rock stars.
Was he getting tattoos of like
Yeah.
fucking stars and shit on his arms?
Actually,
Oh,
I'll tell you,
stuff?
man, dude, Duper, have you ever been to a UFC fight?
I have
here
not.
at
I wouldn't. I've actually known quite a few people who fought though. Not on the highest level, but because we're a big training center out here, right? So I've known quite a few people that were in the training. It's tough, man. It's tough.
Dude,
I know.
When T-Mobile reopens sometime in the next 10 years, we'll go, dude. Some of the best fun I've ever had at a sporting match was during UFC fights. It was fucking awesome, dude. So we'll go when they reopen. Josh, Rick, you might be invited. I don't know.
Well,
Josh will be, not Rick.
I'm gonna be a little bit busy driving $750 on the car this summer.
Yeah, that's true.
Save those ducats.
Some of the most fun I've had is at a hockey game, Rick.
Yeah. So the players' union blocked starting on January 1st. They're now eyeing January 15th or later. There's no bubble this time. Here's my question. Two things to this too. How can they still remain to be? And I came to this conclusion. I think we were all kind of agreeing on this a few months ago that the NBA and the NHL were obviously the safest. The NBA had 0 cases. So did the NHL. Their bubbles worked. They were very effective. So how can they still be the safest in pro sports? And then how do you work that with so many Canadian teams that can't even cross over? The NBA's got that problem with Toronto, but it's only one team. How are they going to deal with it?
NHL will have to do 2 separate leagues, I think. I think the hockey teams in Canada will play each other, and then the U.S. teams will play down here against each other. I think that's the only way that they can make it work because Canada's been very, very strict in coming across the border during coronavirus.
Right.
Since after the bubbles as well, we've seen, I think the NBA did a test, and I think they had a very high percentage of players that tested positive.
48 players.
Yeah, so they've had quite a few people test positive. The bubbles are showing that they worked, but now that they're outside the bubbles, they can't stay clean. So
yeah, going back to James Harden, the guy's been in Vegas at clubs. He's been at some rapper's birthday party this weekend when he was supposed to be reporting at camp. They're already talking about finding him because he's breaking protocol. They're officially back into their season. They only got a 71-day layoff, and you're going to have a lot of that, right? And
I don't know how I feel about the fines, but Greg, what were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, NHL teams, yeah, they have their conferences and divisions and stuff, but it's not like NFL, right? Like you can have a Canada League and a USA team, and only thing that matters is points at the end of the day. So, but of course, it'd be interesting to play an entire season that way, and just in the hopes that the borders reopen during playoffs.
And that's
that
what I think they would be doing. Yeah.
I can see them doing a couple things then. They start it later, which they're already talking about. So what if you started it February 1st, right? So that pushes you out quite a ways. And then not on top of that, maybe you have to, between the playoffs and the end of the regular season, you have another small delay. That should give you enough time for everybody to get vaccinated, for it to kind of open up a little bit more, things to kind of die down, right? I would think that, because that was kind of my, what's the solution, and that was what I was thinking too. Like, just you start later and hope that things start working out better.
But you keep pushing it back and pushing it back. I mean, you starting seasons in February, March. I mean, what are you going to have, a 2-month season? Because with the theory that we'll start this next season in November, I mean, what are you going to do? It's almost like, fuck it, man. Let's just have a tournament.
No, I agree with that too. What if you did do a tournament?
These guys are getting paid too much money for that shit.
One of their biggest draws, one of the NHL's biggest draws, right, is New Year's Day, right?
Yeah.
So what if
For
they
the
started their
stadium
season on
series,
New Year's Day?
Well, they've already said they're not going to start New Year's Day.
No, I mean
right?
going forward after that. So yeah, you had to push it back this year because we had to get through this muck. But then going forward, maybe they start looking at how they can get more rating. Because honestly, the NHL, they're putting out such a great product right now. They truly are. The teams, the way that everything's balanced, the everything is there. The competition, it's just it's not getting it's overshadowed because it's going through the NFL and it's going through the NBA, and then it goes right into the MLB. So it sucks. Like, maybe if they did have that delayed start and they only had to compete with the MLB,
I think
it might actually help them.
Hockey is like the UFC. Well, hockey has a very dedicated fan base, right? Just like the UFC, it has a very dedicated fan base. They actually do very well on stadium tickets. Going to a Knights game is actually more expensive than going to a Lakers game. Well, it depends, I guess, on where you're at in the season. But, I mean, it's competitive with that. It's insane how expensive these hockey games are, and especially in Canada, they're very expensive. So they do very well with their select audience. They're not as big and as broad as another audience, but they do very well with what they got.
Right.
The thing that I think that's going to hold them up with the Players Association is that while the NBA is mostly American, right? So you're already in America, you're already used to this environment. But if you're an international player, which most of the NHL is international players, why are you leaving Sweden to come over here where our rates are so much higher with COVID? There's serious risks involved in them coming back. I think the two situations are very different. I think we could very well not have an NHL season this year.
That would suck.
Well, then the thing is too, right? Is that wasn't the NBA ratings low? Weren't we talking about that? And part of the reason why their ratings were low is because everybody was playing their leagues all at one time. So
that was a factor.
I mean, I'm not trying to say the sole factor, but like Rick says, delay things. If you're going to delay things, well, the farther you delay things, and everybody will end up playing all at the same time.
Well, the NBA is starting now, right? The NFL has already done their thing. They'll be done February 2nd or so, right around there for the NFL season. The NBA season, it's supposed to go through kind of its regular schedule. It's only a 72-game season. The MLB, they haven't even announced how they're going to start it. If they were going to keep spring training, any of that.
MLB starts so far out, they're going to be fine. With the vaccine will be in place.
So it's assumed that it's going to be fine. But like I said, competing with the MLB, with the amount of games that the MLB has, that saturation is really easy to fight when you actually have a prime time hockey game going on at the same time.
Also, I don't think I want summer or hockey in the summer again. It doesn't feel right.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. You can have the NBA in the summertime. I mean, because you can play basketball in the summertime. Having hockey in the summertime it's not a summertime sport. It's not right. If anybody's going to move off this podium, it should be the NBA. NBA, you can go have the summertime. NHL have the wintertime, because it just makes more logical sense on a sport. I'm sorry,
NBA is never going to give up the ratings that they get by.
They're not. Why would they? Because they don't want to go. They don't want to go heads to head with the NFL. They're afraid of it.
Yeah.
Josh, you had something? I'm sorry.
No, I just said it just doesn't make sense. Could you imagine walking to go see your Knights with a jersey on when it's 110 degrees out?
Oh, Jesus Christ. You can't even wear a jersey when it's 110 degrees with hockey.
Right.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah, it won't feel right.
Well, it'll feel very hot. That's how it's going to feel. Very warm. So, yeah, I'm not for it. I hope that there is an NHL season. I hope I'm wrong. But I really do. But whatever it's going to be shortened for sure. I don't think that they're going to go through the summer like they did this year.
We'll see how it goes.
Have they announced when the NBA playoffs are going to start?
No, I have not heard anything.
No.
So we We were actually making really good time this week, and then we got so distracted with our 40th birthday cannonball run idea. I'm going to do the FTMF really quickly. Not really quickly, but I'm going to get it out of the way, and then we're going to wrap this up. So one more time for Greg.
Happy birthday.
No,
And
you're
here
so
it is.
cute.
Take warning. The following segment is a personal view and opinion that may offend some. This is an independent opinion and should be taken as such. Put away your tissues and closed minds. It's time to hear the fucker out.
All right, so here's the deal. Let's see if it starts over again.
Take warning. The
Yep.
following segment
Every fucking
Damn it,
time.
Rick.
God damn it. It's the soundbite. It sucks. So here's the deal. This is what I'm going to tell you. Wear a fucking mask. Wash your fucking hands. Keep your fucking distance. Put a condom on, you pieces of shit. You do not need to be walking around without a fucking condom on. That's it. I'm done.
I agree.
So wait, so if you're not having sex, you should also have a condom on?
Yes. That's exactly what Duper told me. Duper said I should be wearing a condom all the time, and I'm not preaching it enough, so wear a condom.
Okay.
Wear it to bed, wear it to the shower, when you're going to church. Just make sure you got a condom on.
Sounds so stupid. This makes as much sense as Governor Newsom's shutdown. So, I mean, fuck it. You're in California. Let it go.
We can do whatever we got to do. Stay
Fuck
safe.
it.
God damn it. All right, Dupe, what's your parting words?
I don't know how to follow that up, man. Mine was gonna be wear a condom, wrap it up, but you stole that. Shit, you son of a bitch. Don't spread diseases. Don't go to swinger parties in New Orleans. Yeah, I said that shit wrong. Fuck y'all.
Nolans.
Nolans.
Collins.
Give me don't crawl that no Nolan.
Is that it? Did we
Condom.
just lose him?
No, that's all I got.
Oh,
Okay.
Quit talking.
Josh, go ahead.
Final thoughts. Shout out to my wife. It was her birthday yesterday. So I'm gonna
Oh,
happy birthday. And
happy birthday.
I love you, girl.
Happy
Greg,
birthday.
happy birthday again. I love
Aw.
Happy birthday.
you. And be good people.
Nice.
I feel bad for having a birthday after your wife. I don't know why. I just do.
That's weird.
But yeah, dude. So tell her happy birthday and
I
stuff. Make sure she wears a condom. So that way she's safe. And then yeah. So anyway, be good people, like Josh says. Don't cook bacon naked, Rick. But Rick,
Yeah.
if you're wearing a condom, can you cook bacon naked? As long as you're wearing a condom.
Just wear
Yeah.
a fucking condom.
Okay.
According to Duper, that's it.
All right, sounds good. No, so thank you for all the love for the happy birthday shenanigans and stuff. 40, holy shit, man, that's it's crazy. Can't wait for you guys to hit 40 so you can see what it feels like,
You know what I'm really
Um,
excited about? Your hair turned 40 about 10 years ago.
dude. No, yeah, like
You've been,
20 years
gray
ago.
and white since then. So,
Karma's gonna get Rick. He's gonna go bald within the next 8 months.
I can't
yeah.
wait.
it's all
I
gone.
can't wait. No, so just be safe out there, guys. Obviously, social distancing is key. Wear your mask, wash your hands, like fucking Rick said. Also, times are tough, but don't give up. If you guys need help, obviously reach out. There's plenty of resources out there, like the suicide prevention hotline. You got the 4 of us dickweeds who will fucking love to listen to you. You guys have issues, so the holidays are tough on a lot of people. Do not forget that. But just be there for each other, and we'll get through it, man. I'm looking forward to 2021.
Happy birthday.
That's the best. I had to get one more out. All right, so I'm just going to say the same thing. Make sure you guys are doing what you can. Be conscious of what you're doing. It's not about fear. It's just about being smart. We got a few more weeks of this bullshit, and then hopefully we can start saying that we're rounding the corner. So wash your hands, wear a mask, keep yourself safe, and really don't judge people, man. We're all humans, right? I got nothing else for it. What do you got, dude? Because you're making a weird face. I know you want to say something.
You're like the most.
Oh, shit. There goes the mic.
All right, everybody. Thank you
Greg,
for listening. You fucking dick, dude.
Let's try and get one more out.
All right, everybody. Thank you for
Rub
listening
it out,
to
buddy. Just rub it out.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to the show today. please go to takewarningpod.com where you can explore additional content on the podcast, as well as find the links to the podcast on your favorite podcast platforms. Also, please get on social media. We are on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Take Warning. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you like about the show, what your thoughts are on the show, and what you would like to see in a future podcast.
Life is what you make it. My shit been amazing. I can't see a way out. I've been stacking face down off canvases I painted. I just spent the rain day on shit I can't afford, but that's the price I pay for the memories I'm making. I've been going places. I've been shaking hands for a chance to really make it. This life is so abrasive, so I almost gave it. All this shit I'm laying, it's only the foundation. I've been going crazy, just trying to find a way. I was in the basement, trying to turn the page. I was going through the phase. Nobody see my face. I was chasing at the paper, been all it for the ways. With everything again, ain't nothing left to lose. I've been breaking rules, I've been making moves. With everything to prove, now it's going how I see it through my lens. But it's stuck in my head, I can't seem to get away from it. I went out of my way, I'm trying to feel the again. I've lost somewhere in my head. I've been at it all on my own, holding tight to the pledge. I'm somewhere near the edge of wishing we never met. I'm scared of being without you, afraid no one ever know me. I'm out near the edge, and I can't get us out of my head yet. Looking like who I'm becoming, it's all I ever wanted. Never like me when you're sober, only like you when I'm lonely. Got me looking in the mirror for the self-diagnosis. Feel like they villainize me if they ever get to know me. They tell me that you need me, but your action didn't show it. Knowing that you play the angles, and I'm seeing through your motives. But the weight down on my shoulder, found a way to hold it. I can't keep my focus, better keep composure. Hard when I've been coping with all the pressure that I fed. Make it hard to hold my head, make it hard to get to sleep. Like I'm slipping from the edge, struggling to get a breath. Right the wrongs with the lead, life is not a guarantee.